Hi, it's Eric. I think we'll wrap up the Beast 1.0 today, specifically Ezekiel chapter 28. I am not going to read the Bible to you. That is your work to do. It is up to you to verify that what I'm telling you is the truth. In Ezekiel 28, we find God at his most potent protestations and cursing against Satan as the King of Tyre. He says, for instance, you were in Eden. We know who that is. He says that your heart is lifted up and you see in your own heart that you are God. You were the covering cherub. You walked about on the actual altar of God on the stones of fire. That is none other than Lucifer before he fell and became Satan or Satan, the accuser. He goes by many names. For instance, the dragon. And I will tell you, Jesus looked up to heaven and he says, I beheld Satan as a star fall from heaven. Well, Jesus at that time was quoting the Bible that is written in the stars, in the zodiac of Dendera, and in other places. In the constellation of Sagittarius, there is a smaller constellation called Draco, the dragon. That stands for the dragon. And the motto of Draco is the dragon cast from heaven. So when Jesus, everybody didn't have the Bible, everybody had the Bible in the constellations and they knew what everything meant at the time. So when Jesus looked to heaven and put Satan as Draco in the constellation of Sagittarius and used the same motto, I beheld Satan as a star fall from heaven, he is saying that Satan himself is Draco. Satan is the absolute symbol of Draco, the dragon being cast from heaven, and forever is referred to as the dragon. The dragon is a mythological creature, except when it comes to Satan. Satan is the dragon, and Jesus Christ himself has said so. What else do we find in Ezekiel 28? Some very interesting thing. Once again, he is referred to as the spice trader. That's the key to Babylon in the end times. The spice traders and the commodity traders are still in business. Now, once again, this pronouncement against Satan was probably done something in the 585 to 575 BC by Ezekiel, God speaking directly to Ezekiel. Ezekiel was God's blogger at the time. And so he posted this. I don't know how many people at the time read it. Probably very few people had access to this, but we have it. It's come down through the centuries and we have it. So the spice trader shows up at the end time. The merchants of Babylon are destroyed when Jesus returns. And we find this in Revelation 19. Babylon is destroyed, that great city, and they're bewailing their inability to buy and sell you things anymore. And what's on that list is none other than cinnamon. The old spice trader himself is back in business. What he is doing, he is creating funds, so when he comes in peacefully and prosperously. There will be a large financial black swan event. I think Cyprus, as today, I'm sort of letting you know where we're at. I think Cyprus is sort of the trial balloon to see if the one known as the raiser of taxes can get in and take your money out of your bank account. under whatever means necessary. They will do whatever it takes to disarm you and to impoverish you. That's what the federal government is all about. So that is taking place. And once again, what's going on in the banking industry in Cyprus, we will see what shakes loose. Also in Ezekiel 28, we find where God explains how he destroys at the end in what we call the lake of fire. He tells Satan, who is the only being pronounced to be killed, specifically, that he will be destroyed. He has no, he can't get back in good graces with God. He's done. It says he will kindle a fire from the inside of Satan and burn him up from inside out. He will be completely and entirely gone. People will look for him perhaps, and he will never be found again ever. This is the third pronouncement where he said people will look for you and you will never more be found. And so that's the understanding of how God destroys at the end in the lake of fire. You don't have to worry about, let's say Hitler, for instance, doing the backstroke in the lake of fire for all eternity. It's not going to happen. When God kills, he causes to perish. It's called, in other places, blotting out from the book of life. It's like your name is written in pencil and you erase it. Where did your name go? It is blotted out. It is gone. Fini. That's it. He also says when he destroys the King of Tyre, and we know it's Satan, that he will cause him to turn to ashes. That is, once again, a Hebraism or Hebrew idiom that means when you turn something to ashes, it is gone forever. In other places in the Bible, it says the smoke goes up forever and ever. People think that means that people are burning forever and ever. It does not mean that. When you strike a match and the smoke goes up, it goes up forever and ever, and it doesn't come back down as smoke. It is gone. So this is the pronouncement of Jesus, and the Son of God, who will be doing the destruction at the end of all things, at the end of the millennium, the 1,000-year reign of Jesus. He will be doing the destruction of souls that do not pass muster with with Satan. If they don't overcome Satan, they are destroyed. That's going to be the end of that, and that's the way it works. Let's see what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to talk about flags. You pledge allegiance to a piece of cloth of the United States of America, and flags are what's given to Antichrist in Revelation 6. When Antichrist is turned loose, he's given a white horse. So he looks like Jesus. He plays the role of fake Jesus, and he's given a piece of fabric. The piece of fabric is a flag, and we'll talk more about the flags in the next installment. But in the meantime, this is the end of the Beast 1.0, where Satan's first foray into commodities trading was put to an end in 323 BC. It's known as the Deadly Wound, which was done by Alexander the Great. Alexandra Ho Magnus destroyed Tyre, scraped it like a rock, like Jesus said he would. And that's what happens. We're going to talk more, and like I say, the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be flags. Hope you're having a great day. It's Eric at ericbond.us. I answer any and all questions in confidential agreement. So feel free to contact me. Have a great day, and thanks.